One of the things that I truly enjoy about World War II history is the fact that there is always something new to learn. I was recently at a private showing of the film Spitfire over Berlin. I thought that flak weapons could only reach a few hundred feet up, but now I know different. Like me, I am sure you have watched war films and a pilot shouts over the radio, "Get up in the soup out of the range of those guns." Well, they would have to go quite high to be out of range. Here is one of the most infamous from the German weaponry. Flak 37 anti-aircraft gun, also known as the 88. The 88 was the most famous and feared artillery weapon of World War II. The famous flak gun got its name from the German word Flugabwehrkanone, meaning aircraft defense cannon. General statistics. Muzzle velocity, 2,755 feet per second. Maximum horizontal range, 16,600 feet. Maximum vertical range, 35,700 feet. Maximum effective ceiling, 34,770 feet. Theoretical rate of fire, 25 rounds per minute. Practical rate of fire, 12 to 15 rounds per minute. Across occupied Europe during World War II, 88mm guns were often employed to fire at high-flying Allied bombers and fighters. The heavy gun could propel its 20.25-pound high-explosive shell to altitudes beyond 30,000 feet at a rate of about 15 projectiles per minute. When an 88 shell hit directly, it often completely destroyed a bomber. How the door opened for me regarding researching flak weapons. As I mentioned, I was recently at a showing of the film Spitfire over Berlin. And during the film, the Spitfire is flying at high altitude with flak going off around it. Which in my mind I questioned. Here is a little preview and some behind-the-story facts. Sunday 22nd of May, we attended a private screening of the locally produced film Spitfire over Berlin, which is inspired by World War II events. Produced by Tin Hat Productions and directed by Callum Byrne, starring Chris Sadler and David Dobson. Flight Lieutenant Edward Barnes, part of the R.A.F. Photographic Reconnaissance Unit, is sent on a life-and-death mission over Berlin. His objective: obtain photographic evidence of enemy installations in an effort to save 1,200 American airmen lives.
No rest for the wicked?
Same flight as usual?
No. Americans this time.
Normandy.
Somewhere new.
During World War II, the RAF maintained a large number of reconnaissance squadrons, dominated by Spitfires and Mosquitoes. In general, Western reconnaissance aircraft were unarmed, not only to maximize performance, but to emphasize the objective of bringing back pictures, not engaging the enemy. They also usually flew singly or in widely spread pairs. Reconnaissance units suffered horrendous losses. Records show that the survival rate was proportionally the second lowest of any Allied aerial unit during the entire war. Almost 500 men would become casualties flying with the PRU. Due to the solitary nature of their work, 144 of those lost have no known grave. This Supermarine Spitfire PRMK-11, PL 965, was a purpose-built long-range, high-altitude reconnaissance variant that was capable of flying from airfields in England and photographing as far afield as Berlin. From 1945, aerial reconnaissance became a critical, high-priority component of national security in both the U.S. and Britain. If you decide to watch Spitfire over Berlin, keep in mind that it is a low-budget film produced by a Lincolnshire production company. So please don't expect blockbuster cinema graphics and CGI. For their budget, I have to say they did a pretty good job overall. After a little research, I found out I was wrong. I love being proven wrong regarding World War II history. Always something new to learn.